Oh, hey, what's up, everybody? Once again, my name is DJ, doing what I do, sitting back here on a Monday, chilling. And of course, it's not Monday, but as you know, that's my catchphrase, and I'm sticking to it. All right, so what I want to talk about today, man, I'm sitting here watching these videos online, and I'm telling you, it's some disturbing attack videos, man. Sometimes before class or during the day, I'll watch, I'll Google sudden violent attacks just to put me in that mind frame. And I'm gonna tell you, man, when attacks happen out here in the street, it's vicious. It's vicious, man. I mean, I wanted to talk about, different things and stuff like that when I watch these videos. One of the things I want to go over today is why you shouldn't try to run away from an attack. All right? All right, cool. Let's talk about it. I want to drink my water first. You know how I do. All right, cool. So, why you shouldn't run away from an attack. When I say you shouldn't run away, really referring to after the attack has already taken place. So what I mean by that is maybe, like I was just watching this young lady, she was on a subway, somebody came in, bang, bang, and started just hitting her, somebody, you could be walking down the street and somebody just come out of nowhere and attack you. For people attack unprovoked, or maybe it was provoked, but either way, the attack has already taken place. So once the attack takes place, turning around and running is a terrible idea. Well, one of the reasons why turning around and running is a terrible idea, because once you turn around, you giving them your back, okay? And if you give them your back, you can't see no strikes coming. The punch that knock you out is the one you don't see coming, all right? So, once you turn around and try to run, and they right up on you, well, you pretty much throwing yourself at the mercy of their will, okay? Another thing, if you can try to back up, that's not a good idea. Why? Because most of the time a person can come forward faster than you can go backwards. And now you don't see the direction that you're going. You don't know what's back behind you, because you can fall off a curb, you can fall into something, and now you on your back, you don't want to try to run away, okay? You got to fight. You got to fight, okay? And if you're going to fight, you want to fight in the most advantageous position that you can possibly fight. So really what I want to talk about is where you should fight as far as distance goes, okay? You got three zones. You got three zones. You have long range. That's the zone where you can get those kicks off. Your round kicks, your growing kicks, your side kicks. You have, the mid-range, which I call the hot zone, and I'll get into that in a second. That's where you can throw your jabs and your your jabs, your crosses, your mid-range shots, and then you have your close range. Your close range is where you got your elbows and your headbutts, your bites, and all that type of stuff. Okay, all right. So of the three. Number one, you got to cancel out the long range, right? I know y'all like practicing on your growing kick, especially in Krav Maga. No growing kick, no Krav Maga. But the truth of the matter is that getting that, I tell everybody, the growing kick is you got to stop treating the growing kick like it's the holy grail of self-defense, because chances are you may not even be able to get it off, okay? Not in a sudden violent attack, because they're already too close, all right? They have already gotten on you. Remember, I said you can't turn around and run away, and you can't back up, all right? So you're not going to be in the range for the long. That you're not going to be in long range, not in a sudden violent attack. So scratch that one. No long range, okay? So the hot zone. The hot zone, we're going to get into the hot zone. We're going to talk about the hot zone. But the other place is the close range, okay? So the hot zone and the close range, which one would you prefer to be in once the fight has taken place, okay? The best place for you to be in is close range. That's the safest place for you to be in a sudden violent attack, okay? There are a lot of disadvantages of being in the mid-range zone or the hot zone, and I'm gonna give you 3, all right? Because it's always 3, sometimes more, but to write today, I'm gonna give you 3. All right, cool. So the first disadvantage, probably even your biggest disadvantage from fighting somebody in the mid-range zone is the fact that you're gonna lose. All right, it's just like that. You're gonna lose, and particularly if they're bigger, stronger, and more skilled, okay? And chances are they're gonna be bigger and stronger. If they're not bigger and stronger, they'll probably have more skill, especially if you're somebody who just train every now and then, come in once a week or twice a week or, once a month. You ain't you're an MMA fighter and you fighting 6 days a week or something like that, or you really getting your hardcore training in, that's another story. But we talking about the average person on the street, or the average person that comes in to take, self-defense training, okay? They're probably going to be bigger and stronger and more skilled, okay? If you in that mid-range zone against somebody that's bigger and stronger and more skilled, you're going to lose. You're probably going to get, chances are you're going to get knocked out, okay? Even when you watch, if you watch like the MMA fights, all right? When a fighter gets in trouble, right, he does one or two things. Either he gets away, try to run around the cage, which if he's in trouble, he probably won't be able to do that for so long, or he tries to grab onto him. Same with boxing. When you get in trouble, you hear the guy says, hold him, hold him. You're trying to hold him and clinch him, because that mid-range zone is where you get knocked out, okay? And you need some time to get your head together, all right? Which brings me to number 2. Number 1, you're going to lose. Number 2, you wasn't ready. Okay? You wasn't ready. And what I mean by that is, look, when you left out your house, you wasn't planning on getting attacked. Okay? We ain't talking about a fight where you and somebody got to arguing and, you knew the fight was about to happen. We talking about you minding your own business and bam, somebody on you. That's what I'm talking about. You minding your business and somebody is all of a sudden right on you, okay? So you're not ready for that. So you need some time to get your head together. I already told you, you can't run. You turn around, try to run, they're going to beat you. You can't back up, they're going to beat you. Long range fighting is already out the equation, so you can't do that, right? Mid-range is where is you gonna get knocked out, so you gotta get in close. You need to get in close just to get your head together, right? Trying to minimize some of that damage that's happening. Minimize the damage. I didn't say you can stop the damage. I said minimize the damage, okay? Which brings me to number 3. The third reason why you don't want to be in mid-range and you'd rather be in close range, because in mid-range is where all the damage, that's where most of the damage happens, okay? If you see 2 people throwing punches, bang, 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 that's where most of the damage happens. That's why I call it the hot zone. All right, the hot zone is where most of the damage happens. Now, we train a lot to fight in the hot zone, okay? But what we should do, and what I have started doing more here at CDK, well, before COVID, but now, y'all know how it is. I said the COVID, my fault, my bad. The thing, before the thing, came upon us, the mid-range is the hot zone. You want to train them close range shots. You want to get into learning how to do clinches, learning how to grab, because you want to minimize the amount of damage that you're going to take. Okay. In the hot zone is where you take the most damage. That's why I said the bigger, stronger, more skilled person is the person that wins the fight in the hot zone. Okay? Now, in the close range punch, you may have a chance, at least to minimize some of the danger. All right, and in the long range, you may have some chance where you can pick your shots. But this is a sudden, violent attack. You don't have a choice. Okay, so those are the three advantages of fighting in the hot zone, in the mid range. Number one, you're gonna lose if they're bigger, stronger, more skilled. Number two, you wasn't ready, so if you want to get your head together, you don't want to get your head together in the hot zone. And number three, what did I say? What was I talking about? That's where you take the most punishment in the hot zone. Okay, so you don't want to be there, and you definitely don't want to turn your back and run away or to back up. Okay. All right. So so that's all I want to talk about today. I'm gonna continue to watch the videos, and wherever you're going to do and however you're going to train, just train it to the best of your ability. All right. Peace. I'm out. Oh. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys, all right? Because I got more.